Sometimes cleaning your unitank or fermenter after a use can be a serious pain in the neck. I know it seemed like it took me forever to clean it in order to have it fresh and ready to go for the next brew day. I'm a proud father of 2 adventurous young kids, and I hate to waste time in the brewery when I could be spending quality time with the family. After much trial and error, I found a great 3-step method to quickly clean my unitank. Think of this method kind of like when you use the DIY car wash. Step 1 is the rinse phase, where we're just going to get the big stuff off the car, or in our case, the unitank. I drain my unitank and then I hoist it into my large sink. If you don't have a large sink, no problem. You can use like a kid's pool or a bus bin or something like that. I've got a Camlock fitting on my sink faucet, and I install my CIP ball to my unitank and then connect the line to my faucet. I either open both my bottom drain valve and my racking arm valve, or I simply remove them prior to running hot water through the CIP. The pressure isn't very strong right now because it's still enough to get the big stuff out of the unitank and down your drain. Step 2 is the pressure wash phase. This is where you're soaping it up and using more pressure to clean the inside of the unitank. In the past, I tried using my chugger pumps, but I found they didn't have enough pressure to adequately clean the unitank. I needed to find something that would do the trick and was cost effective, because I really didn't want to spend $500 on another pump just to clean. I found a submersible sump pump and added a Camlock fitting to the output side. And this sump pump will handle hot soapy water with ease. I now disconnect the CIP from the faucet and connect it to the sump pump. So put a plug in your sink and fill it up with a couple of gallons of really hot water. So add a couple of tablespoons of PBW and then turn on the pump and let it run for about 20 minutes. Now, if the water looks really dirty, then I recommend you drain it and repeat the process. Step 3 is a little more detailed, but think of it as like the spot-free rinse at the car wash that's supposed to leave your Camaro looking bitchin'. I fill a 5-gallon bucket full of cold water and add Star San or IO San or what's that other stuff? Sani-Clean. And then I just disassemble all the fittings, add them to the bucket, and don't forget to disassemble your ball valves, because they can definitely hide some gunk. If you're gonna take the time to brew beer that you're proud to share with your neighbors, then take the time to clean everything. Don't leave a bad brew up to chance. You know, whenever I'm out flying helicopters, or whether it was in Iraq or through the mountains of Colorado, we're very meticulous in our mission planning and preparation, because we can't afford to go out and wing it when we're conducting rescue missions, and you shouldn't wing it either with your sanitation practices. After cleaning all the parts, I assemble the unitank and then hook up the Camlock tri-clamp fittings to the ball valves. I connect this nifty hose I created out of a T-valve, some silicone tubing, and several other Camlock fittings. The hose then connects to one of my chugger pumps, and the outlet side of the chugger connects to the CIP. I add about 2 gallons of cold water to the inside of the unitank and the requisite amount of Sani-Clean or IO-Star, and just make sure you don't use Star San, because it'll foam like crazy and it's really a pain in the ass. So I close everything up and let it run for about 20 minutes. After that, I just drain it all out, and now your unitank is really ready for the next batch of beer. Speaking of the next batch of beer, I gotta figure out what to brew next. I've got an amazing Oktoberfest that I recently tapped, and I've got a ton of fresh hops just waiting to get used up. Check out this video about a Hefeweizen I brewed this summer. It turned out so good, and it reminded me of my time running around Germany while on leave from a tour in Bosnia. Now I'm gonna have to make some brats to go along with that delicious beer. Yeah.